The Chalcedon Foundation presents The Messianic Character of American Education, written by R.J. Rushdoony, narrated by Nathan F. Conkey. Foreword. The republication of The Messianic Character of American Education is an occasion to celebrate, for it not only makes this important book once more available to American readers, but it provides them with a historical review of the philosophical conflict that still rages today over education. This book not only established Rusus J. Rushdoony as America's foremost critic of public education, but also its most profound. Profound in the sense that he understood, before most of us did, that its philosophical premises were so completely anti-Christian and anti-biblical as to be a very real threat to the survival of Christianity in America. The very title signifies that the author understood exactly the heretical challenge that public education posed to an essentially Christian nation. For the educators, imbued with behavioral psychology and evolution, not only rejected Christ as a Messiah, but pretended to be themselves Messiahs, offering their own seductive and poisonous brand of salvation through the institution of secular humanist education. This was a system that would never serve a Christian society, one that should have been rejected by Christians when it was finally revealed to them how anti-Christian it was. 32 years later, we know that Dr. Rushdoony was a prophet who, as one could have predicted, was scarcely taken seriously by Christians at the time, but was surprisingly well understood by state boards of education. They hoped that Christian parents would ignore the prophet and continue to put their children in these ungodly institutions, and they did. The result has been devastating, academically, spiritually, and morally. The very decline in literacy in America is a symptom of its growing paganization. High literacy was once the hallmark of American civilization, and biblical literacy was the metaphysical foundation of the American worldview. Visitors to our shores were always surprised by the deeply religious nature of American society and understood that Christian morality was what permitted Americans to enjoy such a high degree of political and personal freedom. Even today, with secular humanism permeating every aspect of our culture, adherence to the biblical worldview among many ordinary Americans is still strong. And the growing Christian revival, as brightly demonstrated by the homeschool movement, indicates that what Dr. Rushdoony saw back in 1963 is now being seen and understood by more and more Americans. It is hoped that the renaissance of this book will permit many more Americans to understand why public education has failed and why it must be replaced by schools and homeschools that will restore literacy, morality, and reverence for the Creator of all men. Samuel L. Blumenfeld, Waltham, Massachusetts, February 1995.